What if the weird shit was actually the normal shit? Like that time I tried to sage my house and I had no idea what I was doing and ended up sitting at the top of the stairs next to this little girl who was about 5 years old, and I just cried for like an hour. All that time I went for a walk in the bush, and for some reason I had an inkling to put my hand on a tree. And when I did, I thought, oh, I'm going to feel all the energy. I'm going to get rid of all my negativity and stuff. But instead, what I saw was actual faces. But the faces were like characters from TV shows, which then gave the trees personalities. And then they all started speaking through these personalities of who they are and what they were like. And then every time I saw a tree later on, it would give me their personality based on a different type of character. Or what about that time that someone had a sore back and said, can you help me with it? Can you do some Reiki or some energy work on it? And what I actually saw while I was touching her back was an image of her holding, which was like a young girl, or like a small child, a female child. It was like, and it wasn't alive. It looked like something had happened to it. And what it was the representation of her wanting to have a child, but be in that place where her body wasn't able to do that. All that time I was in jail and I looked out the window, and all I could see outside the window was actually like figures of these dementors. That's what it looked like. Actual physical, dark, not very nice, nefarious beings hovering and circling outside. And it was literally like, am I in a Harry Potter movie right now? Or even that time I was sitting outside my house and I was with my husband and was sitting there, and we had a locked door. We had 2 locked doors, like physically locked, not with just a little lock, but I mean with a key. And we were both sitting there, and that door opened and flung open and then flung back shut. And we both looked at each other and were like, you saw that, right? Or what about at Christmas time, where I hang the Christmas balls, and every time we play the Christmas carols, it has to be the Max Bygraves sing-along Christmas carols, which was something that our dad made us listen to every Christmas since he's passed away. Every time we put those same Christmas balls on and play that music, guess what? They start flinging around all by themselves. Oh, what about that time when I started learning about spirituality and I started connecting to these different energies and different ideas? And there was one moment where it literally floored me on the ground, because I saw this vision of like all these little souls dropping into the earth. And I think it was at the time when I was learning a lot about walk-ins, but it was literally like I could feel all these brand new energies of people dropping into the people who already existed on this earth, and seeing them sort of drop in like these souls into these human bodies. And there's so much more, but I just don't see it as weird shit anymore. I think it's just literally becoming our normal shit. And I know that lots of people have their own different stories, and I would love to hear what yours is.